The ancient Greeks believed that the gods envied mortals due to their fleeting existence, filled with endless possibilities. In contrast, the gods' immortality was certain and unchanging. Consider this: if your journey guaranteed a specific outcome, eliminating all mystery, excitement would vanish. We often wish for certainty, yet if granted, it might be more dissatisfying than our current uncertainties. The value of an endeavor lies in its unpredictability. Knowing success is assured could render the effort meaningless. It's the initial uncertainty that gives purpose to the pursuit. The misconception during any quest is fearing it won't lead anywhere, overlooking that personal growth occurs daily. What distinguishes a great story from a merely good one? In a good story, unfortunate events befall good people. In a great story, challenges confront heroes, introducing conflict and hardship. While such experiences can seem daunting, the most memorable tales feature individuals who transform from victims into creators. They refuse to remain in fear, choosing instead to embark on adventures, turning potential tragedies into journeys of triumph. I acknowledge your dedication, the unseen struggles, and the unrecognized efforts you invest. I see you, and I am proud of you. Your perseverance inspires me. Are you exactly where you should be? It's hard to say definitively. While appreciating the present is important, if you're dissatisfied with your life, I won't suggest complacency. Self-love doesn't mean lowering your expectations. It involves recognizing your potential and striving to achieve it. Begin with action. Consider what needs to happen this week for you to look back with pride. Decide whether you aim to excel or settle for mediocrity. Remember, pursuing excellence often involves enduring significant challenges. As the year ends, we often feel uplifted, perhaps because we're taking a break from work. This season brings joy, leading us to make promises like losing weight, improving academically, or becoming better in various aspects. However, when the festivities end and silence returns, it's just you facing yourself. Without the holiday-induced motivation, maintaining those commitments becomes more challenging. Many struggle to persevere alone. Therefore, find someone who, when you feel like giving up, will encourage you to continue. Stay true to yourself and remain resilient. You're always one decision away, one moment of courage from transforming your life. However, nothing changes unless you do. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or a sign. It's about deciding that now is the moment to commit to yourself. The best version of you is waiting. Don't keep them waiting. This is your opportunity. Seize it. Success often comes from focusing on tasks with significant potential consequences, while failure results from concentrating on trivial matters. Reflect on what's holding you back. It might be a lack of self-discipline or a particular skill. My father used to say that a focused individual can achieve more than a distracted genius. Your most valuable asset isn't time but attention. A person with time and distractions will always lose to someone with a deadline and singular focus. Today, it's easier than ever to succeed, but also easier to be distracted. Remember, it's not about what you have, but how you use it that distinguishes winners from losers. The Greek philosopher Epictetus said that circumstances don't make the person. They reveal them to themselves. Your response to life's adversities measures your character and resilience. Without clear goals or ambitions, you may drift aimlessly and eventually falter. Many people lack direction, akin to a ship without a destination. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never arrive. Ask yourself, if faced with a critical choice, what would you pursue that brings true happiness and fulfillment regardless of financial gain? Remember, you're here for a purpose. Your existence isn't accidental. You were born to achieve greatness and make a difference. Helping others in some capacity is a universal calling. Recognize this and commit now that your determination to succeed won't be swayed by failure or success. Let 2025 be the year you demand not just more from yourself, but the best of yourself. Don't wait or procrastinate. Don't let another year pass by. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The only moment is now. As 2025 approaches, some may feel it's another challenge, especially if 2024 was unkind, leaving scars from breakups, tragedies, losses, or failures. Standing at the threshold of a new year, you might doubt your strength to try again. But remember, 2025 doesn't have to continue your pain. It can be transformative. It can be the year you stop letting past events define your future, turning every pain, heartbreak, and loss into motivation. Hardship doesn't have to break you. It can build you. The worst years can lay the foundation for the best, but only if you choose to let them. To make 2025 your year of growth, start by letting go, not by ignoring the past, but by choosing not to be burdened by what you can't control. Acknowledge your experiences, learn from them, and move forward. You can't change the past, but you can influence what comes next. Every regret holds a lesson. Reflect on them to understand your values and aspirations. Use these insights to act, letting regret fuel positive change. Forgive yourself, not to excuse past mistakes, but to free yourself from the weight of guilt. Once you've learned and forgiven, focus on the future. Decide who you want to be and take steps toward that vision. Start small if necessary, but start. Every choice shapes your future. Use them to bridge the gap between your current self and your ideal self. Regret can be painful, but it's also a powerful motivator. If you let it, regret can consume you, but if you harness it, it becomes a catalyst for change. It's not the end of your story, but the beginning of a new chapter. Use the lessons of the past to create a future you're proud of. Turn your pain into purpose, failure into motivation, and loss into growth. If you're haunted by regrets, know you're not alone. Everyone has them, but those who rise above refuse to be defined by their past. They use regret as a driving force for transformation. You can do the same. The past is behind you. The future awaits. Make it count.